Hi guys, Bobby Gas here. I uh, I still got more to say about this goddamn president you got down there, Donald Trump. He just keeps spewing lies and more lies about this. Well, about everything. The guy's just such a bullshitter. Right? I'll tell you one thing: if Canada was the 51st state, he wouldn't be the president. He'd be in prison. And the Republicans, they would have never won the election. Believe me, right? In the first place, you know, the we got more people than California, so we have more representatives in the United States than any other state in the union, right? Two, three, four times as much as a lot of the states in there, right? Uh, as far as him threatening everybody and threatening Canada, especially like us to be the 51st state, Canada's never been you know, has never been threatened by anybody but the United States. And it's been a number of times. You stole land off us because you had 10, 15 times the amount of people and you're a warlike nation. You plant a flag wherever you want to go, right? We've never been, we don't get threatened by people like you do in the States. Eh? You guys down there, you're getting in every damn war going, right? And as far as us guys not fighting in the wars or anything else like that, right? In the first place, you got into a battle with us in 1812. We beat you. World War One, World War One, you come in late. Same with World War Two, you come in late. You were fighting with us Canadians, right? Korean War. Korea wasn't going to attack Canada, but we went and lost soldiers in the Korean War with the United States. The Gulf War. Them Arabs, them Red Riders weren't going to jump on Canada and steal all our ice and snow or nothing like that. But you guys worried about the oil down there, right? So, let's get into a fight down there. We're fighting with the states down there, and, we don't need to, but we're there, right? Same with the Afghanistan war, too, eh? We lost all kinds of soldiers there, right? We were fighting with you guys there, too. That's the United States. Every time they want something from another area of the world, they send the military in. First, the CIA goes in there. They send the military in. Money gets dumped in there. And you start asking all the rest of the countries that are from the Western, democratic society to join you, right? And it's all about, the guys in the states that have the money. They run the shit down there. And we're losing lives to these guys with all the big bucks. Anybody that's not making $500,000 a year, you're being screwed by these people with all of the goddamn money, eh? The lies from this guy, they're incredible, right? I mean, how about the Ukrainian war? The guy said the Ukrainian war be over the very first day he took office. He's so full of shit. He's talking about, Canada's getting all these 25% raises and stuff like that because Canada's supplying fentanyl to the United States. He's mentioned that all kinds of times, right? Less than 1%. Less than 1% of fentanyl comes, and that, the border's right here, right? Less than 1%, eh? I mean, 99% of the handgun murders up here in Canada are from, criminals bringing up guns up here to Canada and selling them for an arm and a leg. I mean, up here, a gun costs you a handgun costs over $1,000. It ain't cheap, right? And another thing, talk about he talks about the trade difference, exports and imports between Canada and the United States. You talk about creative accounting. Here, let me give you the real figures, not the stuff that he went and paid his personal people to come up with numbers, right? Like he said, Canada. We import $300 billion, some sort of crazy figure like $300 billion we get from Canada, right? So I think that's a figure he used. I don't know, but you talk about. I'll give you the actual figures, not by his people, but by the United Nations. What the hell is it called? The United Comtrade Database of International. International fame, right? Comtrade, it's called anyhow. United Nations, right? Well, I don't trust the United Nations when it comes to commie stuff, but this ain't got nothing to do with commie talk, right? Anyhow, the actual figures are what we export to the United States is 440 billion, not trillion, 440 billion dollars worth of goods, mostly minerals, aluminum, lumber, oil. You guys get most of your oil, well, a lot of your oil from up here in Canada. 40%, 70%, I've heard figures. But what we import from the United States, now don't forget, 440 billion you guys get from us, and what we get from you guys is 277 billion. More than half that figure, right? What's the population difference? 10 to 1, and yet we're buying half from you. Well, maybe we should be buying from other countries with this Trump. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Up here in Canada, we're pretty pissed off, and you've hurt your relationship with us guys and with an awful lot of other countries around the world. Nobody's going to trust you now, and all because of this guy you put in there as the president, right? You let the money guys rule you. There you go. Bye-bye.